Hi, here's lesson 29 for your daily math entry activity. As usual, make sure you've tried all these first, and you should be writing everything on your paper that I write, not just the answers. So number one, a pattern starts at 6 and adds 15 to each term. That one's digit for every term is either blank or blank. And we're like, what? Blank or blank? So the key here is we really have to do some of the pattern to see what happens in the one's digit. In the one's digit. So it starts at 6. I'm just gonna write a 6. There's my first term. And then we add 15. So we always add 15, and that's how we get the next term. So our first term in the pattern is 6. And then I add 15. 15 plus 6. What is 15 plus 6? Let's see. That's 21. So my second term is 21. Let's add 15 to 21. 21 plus 15 equals 36. 36. So that's my third term. Okay, so let's add 15 again. 36 plus 15, 6 and 5 is 11, 51. So my fourth term is 51. I'll do one more. 51 plus 15 is 66. 66. Okay, now I've done several of these. Let's see. So in the first term, I have a 6 in the ones place. 21 is a 1 in the ones place. 36 is a 6 in the ones place. 51 is a 1 in the ones place. 66 is a 6 in the ones place. It seems like I have a pattern. In the ones place, it goes 6, 1, 6, 1, 6, 1, 6. It probably, what do you think? If we added 15 to 66, what do you think we'd get? 66 plus 15. Oh, there's another 1. Looks like 81. Still that same pattern. So in the ones digit, it's always either 6 or 1, right? But the only way to know that is to actually work out the pattern. Okay, when you see these things about patterns, it means you should work out the pattern. Okay, you just can't see what's happening in the pattern until you actually see the numbers in the pattern. And number 2, 175,000 is how many times larger than 1,750? So 1,750 times what gets me to 175,000. The key here, of course, is the zeros. Everything else is the same. I've got 1 0 here and 3 zeros here. So to place the extra 2 zeros, I'm going to have to times it by 100, right? Because there's 1, 2 zeros, 3 zeros, 3 zeros here. So 100 times as large. We just need to use those place value patterns. Perimeter of the shape. Number 3 is the perimeter. Perimeter means the outside edge. It means all the way around. If you start at one corner and go all the way around, you have perimeter. The guards always have to check the perimeter of whatever, the building, the yard, the fence. The fence is the perimeter. So the outside edge, perimeter. So this, let me see, is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So there's 5 there. It tells me it's 8. Right here it says 8. So it's 8 across. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yep, that's 8. Opposite sides are the same, so 5 and 8. So 5, 8, 5, 8. How much is that? 5 plus 5 plus 8 plus 8. Let me see, that's 10, that's 16. 10 plus 16 equals 26. My perimeter is 26 units. And unit just means they're not telling us if it's feet or miles or inches. Whatever those squares are, there's 26 sides as we count all the way around. Okay, it looks like they forgot to label this number 4. 7/8 times 7/8 equals something times 1/8. So this is not as hard as it seems. It really means how many groups of 1/8 do we need to get 7/8? So I think I'll do it right under here. I'm going to make a rectangle that is 8 blocks long. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So 8 blocks long. And we want to shade in, there's 1/8, 2/8, 3/8, 4/8, 5/8, 6/8, 7/8. There's 7/8 of my block. So how many eighths was that? Well, it was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 of them. It was 7/8. 7 groups of 1/8 makes 7/8. So we just put a great big 7 there. It's 7 of them. It took me 7. Each of these was 1/8. And 7 of those 1/8 made 7/8. So it's one of those problems that seems harder than it is. You're like, really? It's just 7 of those 1/8? Yes, a big 7. No fraction, just 7 1/8. So in the box is a 7. Okay, the next 3 multiples of 13. So multiples of 13 means all these numbers are 13 times something, multiplying by 13. Okay, and the multiples are here. And so that means that 39 is already a multiple of 13, and I'll tell you what, 3 times 13 is 39. So I am guessing that 4 times 13 is 52. Should we double check? Over here we'll do 10 and 3, and I'm going to do a 4. 4 times 10 is 40, 4 times 3 is 12, 12 and 40 is 52. So 3 times 13 is 39, 4 times 13 is 52. So my next multiple is 5 times 13. So 5, I'm going to break my 13 down, multiply this out, 50 is 5 times 10, 5 times 3 is 15. Add those together, I get 65. So my next multiple is 65. This is 5 times 13. Next we have 6 times 13. 6 times 10 is 60, 6 times 3 is 18. Add those together, I get 78. So my next multiple is 78, 6 groups of 13. Or 13 groups of 6, they're the same. And finally, 7 times 13. 7 times 10 is 70, 3 times 7 is 21. That is going to equal 91. So my last multiple here is 91. That is 7 groups of 13. So there you go. The next 3 multiples of 13 were 65, 78, and 91. And that is the end of lesson 29. Remember, you should have shown how you found those multiples of 13. You should have drawn a picture of the fraction to show that 7 of those 1/8 make 7/8. You should have counted up the perimeter. You should have shown that 100 times 1,750 equals 175,000. And you should have actually worked out the pattern to figure out what these digits were. And then once you've done that, if any of that didn't make sense, if you weren't sure, please get a hold of me or your teacher, or if I am your teacher, me, and we'd be happy to explain it to you. We want you to understand. Your goal is to understand. Okay, thank you for watching and understanding.